Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Hello guys, Hakimi here. Based on previous advertisement, I'll explain and discuss applications that help tourists throughout their travel. Not every country you visit can speak English. In rural areas, most people, especially the older generation, don't speak English very well because they speak their own language. It's fine to use websites for language translations, but chances are you mostly need to translate while on the go or during your prior trip. The best way to do that is with Google Translate. So I'm going to show you everything that the mobile app can do. I will focus more on Android, but all of these features work on iOS too. This application is free to download on App Store or Play Store. Whether it's downloading language for online use, translating live using your camera, or having a local conversation, you'll be translating pro in your travel journey all around the world. One of the first way travelers should use Google Translate is to download all the languages you need to your phone. If you're going to use Google Translate while traveling, you won't always have a stable internet connection. Downloading languages ensure you to translate wherever you are. To download language, tap it on the list. You will see how much space it will take up on your phone, along with how much storage you have available. Languages tend to take up around 40 to 50 megabytes each. In addition, the original feature of Google Translate is the ability to type something and have it translated to another language of your choosing. When a traveler is in another country, they can type whatever they want. Besides being able to read, they can play the sound of the translation too.
มัสยิดที่ใกล้ที่สุดอยู่ที่ไหน
Written translation is great, but what happens when you actually need to talk to someone? Don't worry, Google Translate has you covered there too. A neat feature lets you chat back and forth. Having this feature would be very useful for when a traveler wants to communicate with public transportation staff and inside a restaurant. Furthermore, another really useful feature for a traveler is translation of real-world text using your camera. They can scan important information or messages without having to write them down, so they will appear right on their screen. Besides, if there are phrases travelers need to translate often, they can save time by putting them in the phrase book and not having to look them up each time. When they translate something, it's added to a list at the top of the main screen of Google Translate. To save it to your phrase book, tap the star icon and then click save. This feature comes in handy when you need help while you are on the road trip. Last but not least, traveler may also need a translate text that come across on their phone. Don't worry, Google covered for that too. In Google Translate, tap the menu icon, settings, tap to translate, slide enable on. Now when you copy text from any app, a Google Translate icon will float on the screen. Tap this to get an instant translation. This is important for traveler to double check any requirement needed during this pandemic COVID-19. In a nutshell, Google Translate and its features are one of the best apps that I recognize of to help tourists during their traveling.